Welcome back to Grump's barn. Right, today I'm going to finally get the rest of this cleaned up here, and it's rather grubby still on this side, and then I should be giving it the old acid treatment with the Vactan rather than the normal acid, I think. And then I should be giving it a coat of primer. So I better get on, I suppose. Back in a bit. There we go, that's most of the crap off it now. This front end was covered in about ½ an inch of crap. Very thick. Dirt and grease combined. Oh, and obviously oil. So I've also got to change the pinion seal under here as well. That's been dribbling for years, same as the front one had. So yep, I'm going to be changing that as well once I've got this all cleaned up and repainted and stuff. All good clean fun. Right, I better go and get some acid now, with the Vactan anyway. And get that painted on there to deal with this light surface rust that's on it. And to stop it rusting in future for a while, hopefully. Back in a bit. Well, there we go. That's it done all over. So I'll let that dry off for a while. And then I can paint her up. Get some primer all over it. Hopefully I'll be able to do that in a bit. This stuff doesn't take that long to dry, thankfully. It needs to act fairly quickly. Yeah, it's not bad stuff. In the meantime, I'm going to have a quick smoke break, I think. Back in a bit. Here we go, I've left this a couple of hours. It's dried rather nicely. And it's all ready to be painted now. I'm going to get the old primer open there and slap a coat on it. Then leave it till tomorrow to dry off before I chuck a top coat over it. Maybe 2, we'll see what happens. See how well the first one goes on. Well, there we go. One lovely coat of primer now, all over. I should be leaving that till tomorrow. I should go over it with some nice black chassis paint. All I've then got to do is clean up the A-frame and whack those plates from the end of it through the blaster. Yeah, well, those are paint. And obviously once this is all painted up, I can then get the wheels off, get it up off the ground and deal with the ends of it. But yeah, not going too badly so far. I'm saying nothing more than that. Right. See you tomorrow when I chuck some black paint on this. Right, well, that's the primer all nice and dry. Well, this is 2 days after I did it. Yesterday was a special birthday in the house, not mine. And so I couldn't get out here. I had important duties to perform. Like buffet teas and stuff, oh yes. And making coffee all day long. Alright. You've got to keep them happy. Especially when you're on lockdown. So yes, I'm now going to get this painted black. This is going to be a really dull video, I'm afraid. It's all bloody painting. Nothing very exciting doing until once I've got this painted up and it's dried off, then I'll be chucking it up on the trusty old workmate again, and I'll be taking the ends off, clean them up. That'll be a little bit more interesting, but not a lot, I'm afraid. Yeah, a bit dull until I get to putting this back on, really. Oh, and if you're wondering, the brake lines on this are bent all over the place are being replaced anyway. That's why I bent them up out of the way. I'm only keeping them there like that so I can get a rough idea of the shape to bend them to when it comes to putting the new ones on there. Right, let's get on, get this bloody thing painted black. Well, there we go. First coat done. It's definitely going to need another one. Not giving it good a coverage. Missing bits and bobs here and there. So yeah, not a problem. There again, everything else has had 2 coats. So. These rods, they've actually gone on quite well, the old trailing arms. They've taken the paint very nicely. A couple of teeny little blips here and there. But yeah, we're nearly done. It's going to be time to lift the bugger up. And I've also got to do, obviously, the A-frame arms. I haven't even started cleaning those up yet. Ah dear, it's too nice a day to be stuck in here though. I think I should go out and watch the sheep for a while. It's a beautiful, beautiful day up here. And even the wind's calmed down for a bit. We've got loads of beautiful young lambs all skittering around the bloody fields around here now. It's a shame we haven't got our little ones anymore. But there again, they were never ours. They were only there temporarily. 2 of them are now on the dinner table. And 1 is actually with all those other sheep you just seen. Gone back home. Alright, that's me done here for today with this. Tomorrow I shall give it another coat. And give it a day or 2 to dry off. Before I put the whole thing up. And start dealing with the ends of it. But yeah, we're getting there. Won't be too long before it's all back together again. And we have a rolling chassis to play with. Ah, deep joy. And hopefully it shouldn't be too long from that till I get the whole thing slid back under the body of it. And we can put it back together and get it on the bloody road again. I've still got a few other jobs to do, but I'm not in a massive hurry, especially at the moment. I know initially I was hoping this was only going to take a few months, but yeah, things put paid to that pretty rapidly. But no, I shall just take it at a more leisurely pace for the minute. I've got just about all the bits I need to finish it off now. Hopefully. I can just slowly start putting it back together. I've got all the new nuts and bolts and everything to fix the body and the chassis back together. I've got all new nuts and bolts for, well, everything just about. Basically, there wasn't any point in putting it back together with all the old stuff. I was expecting a lot more to be in a completely knackered up state than it was. So I bought all new. But there you go. Not going to do any harm. Make it easy to get apart in the future if needs be. I mustn't touch too much of the front of this now. I've just been over it painting some of the slight scratches and that it's had since it's been sitting here. Not that it's going to rust because there's a there's a Galv chassis underneath all this paint. which is excellent. Well, I think that'll be me for now. I think I might even make this to the end of this short video. Dull, 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 I'm afraid. Well, apart from the first part of it, I suppose. Although that's already been up, hasn't it? Right. I'm going to go back to being dull, I think. It's such a lovely day. I'm going to do bugger all, get out there in the sun with the dogs, and just laze about. Fuck it, why not? Well, take care, peoples. Hope you can get outside in the sunshine for a bit. Enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Thought I'd just add a little bit of bonus footage at the end here of my trailer. If anyone's interested. Made from an old 110 tub that I bought off Chris from the Trailer Fitters Toolbox. You might have seen his videos. Lovely guy. He was flogging it cheap. Didn't have any light bits on it. Didn't have any capping. Didn't have a tailgate. And it was a bit bent up. It wasn't too bad. I beat it out a bit. As you can see, it's standard at the front. Underneath, where you'll see at the back here, it's got an old cross member that I just happened to have laying around. It's fairly nice. So I just welded that back onto the back of the frame to make up these anti-loose bolts there. Just cut them out of steel, made them up. Then with the catches as well. In fact, the whole tailgate I made is based on the one I already had. I don't think it came out too bad, really. Not bad for handmade. It does the job. I want it to look as much like a Land Rover from the back as possible. And an older Land Rover at that. Yeah, it went together quite nicely. Underneath it's just a ladder frame. And I used box section under here because all the old supports were knackered. So I just got box section under it now. The axle on it's an old Range Rover axle that I had. Just whipped out the innards. Stuck a plate over the front. And bolted her up. Works quite nicely. The suspension, these leaf springs, are off a Renault van, a big Renault van. Single leaf. Glass fibre or something. But they work very well. All it does need really, on the front, just make some nice thick old brackets up. And bolted it up to stop it moving. On the back obviously it's bolted to the cross member as it should be. Yeah, it does the trick. It's nice size. Floor could do with a little bit of work. Yeah, got a few holes here and there, but it's only a trailer for carting crap to the dump and stuff. Yeah, it works all right. And for something that cost me bugger all to put together, really, it turned out quite nicely. Yeah, well, I thought you might like to see that. If anyone wants to make something like this and got any questions, feel free to ask. Might be able to help out. Yeah, it's not bad. It's all bolted together with stainless steel fixings. Stop them rotting too fast. Oh. Can't remember where the wheels came from. A friend of mine got them for me. Tyres are just old ones off my Defender. They weren't quite that knackered. I was keeping the spares. We shoved them on here. Yeah, works well. Anyway, see you later.